The vast emptiness of space held many secrets. Among them was a truth that would shake the foundations of the galaxy. Humans were not the weak creatures everyone thought they were. For centuries, the advanced alien races of the Galactic Council looked down on Earth. They saw humans as primitive beings, barely able to leave their own planet. The aliens, with their shiny spaceships and powerful weapons, felt superior. "Humans are no threat to us," said Zaxthor, the leader of the Andromeda Alliance. His green skin shimmered under the bright lights of the council chamber. They spent more time fighting each other than looking to the stars. The other alien leaders nodded in agreement. They came from all corners of the galaxy, each strange and different. Some had multiple arms, others had eyes that could see through walls. But they all shared one belief: humans were weak. "Perhaps," said Ilara, a wise old alien with skin like tree bark. "But we should not ignore them. Even small creatures can surprise us." The council laughed at her words. They couldn't imagine how humans could ever be a match for their advanced civilizations. Meanwhile, on Earth, humans went about their daily lives. They worked, played, and dreamed of the stars. Some, like Dr. Sarah Chen, dedicated their lives to space exploration. Sarah sat in her lab, looking at data from deep space scans. Her dark hair was tied back, and her eyes were tired from hours of work. Suddenly, her computer beeped. She leaned forward, her heart racing. "It can't be," she whispered. The scan showed a massive object heading towards Earth. It was too big and too fast to be natural. Sarah knew what this meant. Aliens were coming. She quickly called her boss, Admiral James Rodriguez. "Sir, you need to see this," she said, her voice shaking. Within hours, the world's leaders gathered in a secret meeting. They knew Earth wasn't ready for an alien contact, let alone an invasion. But they had no choice. They had to prepare. "We must show strength," said the Russian president, pounding his fist on the table. "No," replied the Canadian Prime Minister. "We should welcome them peacefully. This could be our chance to join the galactic community." As the debate raged on, military forces around the world went on high alert. Soldiers prepared for the worst, while scientists worked day and night to understand the alien technology. Days passed, and the alien ship grew closer. People around the world watched the sky, a mix of fear and excitement in their hearts. Would the aliens be friends or foes? Finally, the day arrived. The alien ship, a massive structure that looked like a floating city, appeared in the sky above New York. It was bigger than anything humans had ever built, casting a shadow over the entire city. A message boomed from the ship, translated into every language on Earth. "People of Earth, we come in peace. We are the Galactic Council, and we wish to welcome you to the greater universe." The world held its breath. This was the moment that would change everything. In the White House, the President of the United States prepared to respond. But before he could, another voice spoke up. It was Admiral Rodriguez. "Mr. President," he said, his face grim, "I don't trust them. Our deep space scans show more ships hiding behind the moon. This could be a trap." The president looked shocked. "Are you sure?" Rodriguez nodded. "Yes, sir. And there's more. We've intercepted some of their communications. They're talking about Earth like it's a resource to be used, not a world to be welcomed." The room fell silent. The excitement of first contact was quickly turning into the fear of invasion. "What do we do?" asked the president, looking around at his advisors. Sarah Chen, who had been invited due to her discovery, spoke up. "We prepare," she said firmly. "We show them that humans are not to be underestimated. We might not have their technology, but we have something they don't expect: the will to fight for our freedom." As the alien ship hovered above, humanity faced its greatest challenge. The aliens thought humans were weak and easy to conquer. They were about to learn how wrong they were. The stage was set. The fate of Earth hung in the balance, and the galaxy was about to witness the true strength of humanity. The day of first contact had arrived. The massive alien ship hung in the sky over New York City, its shadow stretching for miles. People all over the world watched their screens, waiting to see what would happen next. From the ship, a beam of light shot down to Central Park. In its glow, 3 tall figures appeared. They had blue skin, 4 arms each, and eyes that glowed like stars. These were the representatives of the Galactic Council. "Greetings, humans," the tallest alien said, his voice booming across the park. "I am Zorlex, leader of this mission. We come to welcome you to the galactic community." A group of world leaders, led by the U.S. President, approached the aliens. They looked tiny compared to the towering blue figures. "Welcome to Earth," the President said, trying to hide his nervousness. "We're honored by your visit." Zorlex smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "We've been watching your planet for a long time. Your species has potential, but you have much to learn." As they talked, Sarah Chen and Admiral Rodriguez watched from a nearby building. They didn't trust the aliens' friendly words. "Look at their body language," Sarah whispered. "They're too relaxed, too confident. They don't see us as equals." Rodriguez nodded. "And our hidden sensors are picking up strange energy readings from their ship. They're not telling us everything." Back in the park, Zorlex was making an offer. "We can help your species advance," he said. "With our guidance, you could join us among the stars." The world leaders looked excited. The idea of advanced alien technology was tempting. But then, a young reporter spoke up. "What's the catch?" she asked boldly. "What do you want in return?" Zorlex's smile faded for a moment. "Smart question," he said. "We only ask for some of your natural resources. Your planet is rich in minerals we need." The leaders started to discuss this offer, but Sarah had heard enough. She turned to Rodriguez. "We need to warn them," she said. "This isn't a fair deal." But before they could act, something unexpected happened. A group of protesters broke through the police line, waving signs that said, "Aliens go home," and "Protect Earth." The aliens reacted instantly. Their eyes flashed, and a force field appeared around them. One protester who got too close was thrown back by an invisible force. "What is the meaning of this?" Zorlex demanded, his friendly tone gone. The president tried to calm the situation. "I apologize," he said. "Not everyone understands the importance of this moment." But the damage was done. The aliens' true nature had been revealed, if only for a moment. As the day went on, more strange things happened. People reported seeing alien ships in other parts of the world. Some said the aliens were taking soil and water samples without asking. In a secret meeting room, world leaders gathered to discuss the situation. Sarah and Rodriguez were invited to share their findings. "The aliens are not being honest with us," Sarah explained. "Their technology is far beyond what they've shown. And those ships behind the moon, they're weapons platforms." The room erupted in worried chatter. The Russian president stood up. "We should strike first," he said, "before they can attack us." "No," the Indian prime minister argued. "We must try diplomacy. We cannot start an interstellar war." As they argued, Rodriguez received an urgent message. His face went pale as he read it. "Mr. President," he said, his voice grave, "we have a problem. Our satellites have detected more alien ships entering the solar system. Hundreds of them." The room fell silent. The truth was clear now. This wasn't just first contact. It was the beginning of an invasion. "What do we do?" someone finally asked. The U.S. president stood up, his face determined. "We do what humanity has always done when faced with a superior force," he said. "We fight. We may be outnumbered and outgunned, but we will show these aliens that humanity is not to be underestimated." As night fell on that historic day, the people of Earth went to sleep not knowing that their world was about to change forever. The aliens thought conquering Earth would be easy. They were about to learn how wrong they were. As dawn broke over Earth, the true intentions of the aliens became clear. The friendly masks were gone, replaced by the cold face of invasion. Zorlex's voice boomed from every electronic device on the planet. "People of Earth," he said, his tone no longer friendly, "your leaders have rejected our generous offer. Now you will submit to us by force." Panic spread across the globe. In New York, the alien mothership began to glow ominously. Smaller ships poured out of it, descending on the city. In the Pentagon, Admiral Rodriguez barked orders: "Launch our fighters. Activate all defense systems." Across the world, similar scenes played out. Human militaries scrambled to respond to the sudden attack. Fighter jets took to the skies, tanks rolled out of bases, and soldiers prepared for battle. Sarah Chen found herself in the heart of the action. The president had appointed her as a special advisor, recognizing her expertise on alien technology. "Their ships have some kind of energy shield," she explained, pointing at a screen. "Our conventional weapons can't penetrate it." The situation looked grim. Alien ships were attacking major cities worldwide. Their weapons were far more advanced, easily destroying human defenses. But then something unexpected happened. In the skies over London, a young pilot named Jack Thompson noticed something. "The alien shields flicker when they fire their main weapons," he radioed. "There's a moment when they're vulnerable." This information spread quickly. Human forces began to coordinate their attacks, timing them with the aliens' weapon discharges. Suddenly, alien ships started falling from the sky. Zorlex was furious. "Impossible." He raged from his command ship. "How are these primitives doing this?" On the ground, humans were showing their true strength. In Moscow, a group of civilians used homemade explosives to bring down an alien walker. In Rio de Janeiro, hackers managed to disrupt alien communications. Sarah worked tirelessly, analyzing alien technology and finding weaknesses. "Their AI isn't as advanced as we thought," she realized. "It can't adapt quickly to unexpected situations." This insight led to new tactics. Human forces began using guerrilla warfare, surprising the aliens with unpredictable attacks. In a small town in Kenya, a school teacher named Amina led her students in creating a trap that disabled 3 alien vehicles. In the mountains of Afghanistan, old Mujahideen fighters taught young soldiers how to use the terrain against the invaders. The aliens, used to easy conquests, were shocked by the fierce resistance. They had expected humans to give up quickly. Instead, they found a species willing to fight with everything they had. Zorlex called an emergency meeting with his commanders. "How is this happening?" he demanded. "They're just humans." One of his officers spoke up nervously. "Sir, we may have underestimated them. Their adaptability and determination are impressive." Meanwhile, the human leaders gathered in a secure bunker. The president addressed them, his face tired but determined. "We're holding our own, but this fight is far from over," he said. "We need to take the battle to them." Admiral Rodriguez stepped forward. "I have a plan," he said, "but it's risky. We need to capture one of their ships." The room buzzed with discussion. It seemed impossible, but they knew they had to try. Sarah raised her hand. "I think I know how we can do it," she said. All eyes turned to her as she explained her daring plan. As the meeting ended, the president looked at each person in the room. "This is humanity's darkest hour," he said, "but it's also our finest. We will show the galaxy what humans are truly capable of." Outside, the battle raged on. Alien ships filled the sky, their weapons flashing. But on the ground, humans fought back with everything they had. Every street, every building, every mountain and desert had become a battlefield. The aliens had started this war thinking it would be an easy conquest. Now they were starting to realize the terrible mistake they had made. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was not primitive. Humanity was a force to be reckoned with, and the galaxy was about to learn this truth. The plan to capture an alien ship was risky, but it was humanity's best hope. Sarah Chen's idea was bold. Use a powerful electromagnetic pulse, EMP, to disable a smaller alien craft, then storm it with a specially trained team. "It's crazy," Admiral Rodriguez said, "but it just might work." They chose a team of the best soldiers from around the world. Leading them was Captain Maria Alvarez, a tough veteran from Brazil known for her quick thinking. As dawn broke over the Nevada desert, the team waited in hidden positions. Above them, alien patrol ships buzzed like angry insects. "Remember," Maria told her team over the radio, "we only get one shot at this." Hours passed. The tension grew. Then, finally, a lone alien ship flew low over their position. "Now," shouted Maria. A hidden EMP device roared to life. A wave of invisible energy washed over the alien ship. Its lights flickered, and it dropped from the sky like a stone. "Go, go, go," Maria ordered. The team raced towards the fallen ship. They wore special suits designed by Sarah to protect them from alien technology. As they approached, the ship's hatch opened. Alien crew members stumbled out, disoriented by the crash. A fierce battle erupted. The aliens fought hard, but the humans were prepared. Within minutes, the ship was secured. "We did it," Maria breathed, hardly believing it herself. Back at the command center, cheers erupted as news of the success came in. Sarah rushed to the captured ship, eager to uncover its secrets. What she found amazed her. "Their technology. It's incredible," she reported. "But there's something odd. It's like they've stopped innovating. Everything is old, just very advanced versions of the same things." This discovery gave humanity hope. The aliens might be more advanced, but humans were more creative, more adaptable. Meanwhile, the alien leaders were panicking. Zorlex paced in his command room, his blue skin pale with worry. "How did they capture one of our ships?" he demanded. "This is unprecedented." His advisors had no answers. They had never faced a species like humans before. Every time they thought they had the upper hand, humans found a new way to fight back. On Earth, the captured ship became a game changer. Sarah and her team worked day and night to understand its technology. They made breakthrough after breakthrough. "We can replicate their shield technology," Sarah announced one day, her eyes bright with excitement despite her exhaustion. "And I think we can improve it." All around the world, humans were showing their resilience. In Japan, engineers developed robots that could fight the alien walkers. In Brazil, scientists found a way to jam alien communications using the unique magnetic fields of the Amazon. Even children were joining the fight. In a small town in America, a group of teenagers used their drone flying skills to scout alien positions, becoming invaluable to the local resistance. The aliens were forced to change their strategy. They had planned for a quick conquest, not a drawn-out war. Now they were losing ships and soldiers every day to human ingenuity. Zorlex made a difficult decision. "We must call for reinforcements," he told his commanders, "and we must show these humans the true might of our empire." On Earth, the human leaders received worrying news. "Our deep space scanners have detected a massive fleet heading our way," Admiral Rodriguez reported grimly. "We estimate they'll be here in 1 week." The room fell silent. They had been holding their own against the invasion force, but a whole fleet. It seemed impossible. But then the president stood up. His face was determined. "1 week," he said. "Then we'll show them what humanity can really do." "Sarah, how soon can we have our own fleet ready?" Sarah smiled, tired but confident. "Give me 5 days," she said. "We'll be ready." As the meeting ended, a sense of determination filled the room. The coming battle would decide the fate of Earth. But now, humans knew they could fight. They knew they could win. The aliens thought they were bringing their true might to crush humanity. They didn't realize they were about to face humanity's true might instead. The next 5 days were a whirlwind of activity. All around the world, humans worked tirelessly to prepare for the coming battle. Factories that once made cars now produced spacecraft parts. Children helped by gathering scrap metal. Everyone had a role to play. Sarah Chen barely slept. She led a team of scientists and engineers in adapting the alien technology. "We're not just copying their designs," she told her team. "We're improving them." On the fourth day, Sarah called Admiral Rodriguez to a secret hangar. As the doors opened, the Admiral's jaw dropped. Inside stood a fleet of sleek, silver spacecraft. "How?" he began, but couldn't finish. Sarah smiled tiredly. "We combine their tech with ours. These ships are faster and more agile than theirs. And the weapons." She paused dramatically. "Let's just say the aliens are in for a surprise." Around the world, similar scenes played out. In Russia, they had developed tanks that could fly. China had created an army of AI-controlled drones. India had invented a shield that could protect entire cities. But it wasn't just about technology. Humans were using their greatest strength: diversity. Every culture, every country contributed unique ideas and strategies. In Africa, Maasai warriors taught soldiers how to move silently through any terrain. In the Arctic, Inuit hunters shared their skills for surviving in harsh conditions. Even the world's gamers were recruited, their quick reflexes and strategic thinking proving invaluable in simulated space battles. As the deadline approached, tension grew. The alien reinforcements were nearly here. Zorlex, confident in his superior numbers, prepared for what he thought would be a final, crushing blow. "These humans have been amusing," he told his commanders. "But now it's time to end this game." Little did he know, Earth was ready. On the eve of battle, the president addressed the world. "Tomorrow, we face our greatest challenge," he said, "but we face it together. Every nation, every person has contributed to this fight, and together we will show the galaxy what humanity truly is." That night, few people slept. Parents hugged their children tight. Soldiers checked their gear one last time. Everyone waited, watching the sky. As dawn broke, the alien fleet appeared. Thousands of ships filled the sky, blocking out the sun. For a moment, everything was quiet. Then, Zorlex's voice boomed across the planet. "Humans," he said, "your resistance ends now. Surrender, and we may spare your lives." The president's response was simple: "Humanity does not surrender." With those words, the battle began. The alien fleet descended, expecting an easy victory. Instead, they met a wall of fire. Earth's new ships rose to meet them. They moved with incredible speed, dancing between the alien vessels. Improved weapons tore through alien shields like paper. On the ground, the scene was just as intense. When alien troops landed, they found every street. Every building turned into a fortress. Ordinary people fought alongside soldiers, using everything from advanced weapons to simple traps. In New York, a group of street artists used holographic technology to confuse alien troops, leading them into ambushes. In the Amazon, indigenous tribes used their knowledge of the rainforest to run circles around the invaders. Zorlex watched in horror as his fleet was decimated. "How is this possible?" he roared. "They were primitives just days ago." But the humans weren't done. Sarah Chen's voice came over all frequencies, addressing the alien fleet. "Your shields are based on an old design," she said. "We've found the flaw. This is your only warning. Leave now or face the consequences." Zorlex laughed. "Empty threats from a doomed species," he replied. Sarah sighed. "I'm sorry it had to come to this." She pressed a button. Suddenly, alien ships began to lose power. Their shields flickered and died. Their weapons went silent. As confusion spread through the alien fleet, Earth's forces pressed their advantage. The tide of battle had turned decisively. As the sun set on that historic day, the outcome was clear. Humanity had not just survived, they had won. The alien invasion, which had seemed unstoppable just weeks ago, was crumbling. The galaxy was about to learn an important lesson: never underestimate humans. The battle raged on for 3 more days. Across the planet, humans fought with a determination that shocked the alien invaders. Every victory, no matter how small, was celebrated and used to fuel their resolve. In orbit, Earth's new fleet, led by Admiral Rodriguez, pushed back against the alien armada. The space around Earth became a graveyard of broken alien ships. On the ground, Captain Maria Alvarez and her team conducted daring raids on alien strongholds. They moved like ghosts, striking hard and vanishing before the aliens could respond. Meanwhile, Sarah Chen worked tirelessly to exploit more weaknesses in alien tech. Her latest discovery was a way to turn the aliens' own communication systems against them. "We can send false orders," she explained to the War Council. "Make them fight each other." The plan worked brilliantly. Soon, alien ships were firing on their own kind, creating chaos in their ranks. Zorlex, once so confident, now felt fear for the first time. He watched from his command ship as his great invasion force fell apart. "We underestimated them," he muttered. "How could we have been so wrong?" His second-in-command, Vexnar, spoke up. "Sir, we should retreat. Regroup and come back with a larger force." But Zorlex's pride wouldn't let him give up. "No, we are the mighty Galactic Council. We do not retreat from primitives." This stubbornness would prove to be his downfall. On Earth, humans sensed victory was near, but they knew the final push would be the hardest. The president called for one last, global effort. "We'd have them on the run," he said in a worldwide broadcast. "Now let's show them the full strength of humanity united." The response was overwhelming. Every nation, every community rallied for the final battle. In India, millions of people formed human chains to quickly move supplies. In the Americas, indigenous tribes used ancient smoke signals to communicate when alien jamming blocked normal channels. In Europe, medieval castles were turned into unexpected fortresses against alien ground troops. The aliens found themselves facing not just an army, but an entire planet of determined fighters. As the battle reached its peak, Sarah made a critical breakthrough. She found a way to target Zorlex's command ship specifically. "If we can take out their leader," she told Admiral Rodriguez, "their whole force might crumble." The Admiral nodded grimly. "It's risky, but it might be our best shot at ending this quickly." A daring plan was formed. While Earth's forces launched a massive attack as a distraction, a small team would sneak aboard Zorlex's ship. Captain Maria Alvarez volunteered to lead the mission. "My team can get it done," she said confidently. Under the cover of the largest battle yet, Maria's team slipped through the alien defenses. Using technology developed by Sarah, they boarded the massive command ship undetected. But getting in was the easy part. As they made their way through the alien vessel, they faced challenges they'd never imagined. Strange gravity, air that was barely breathable, and alien security systems that seemed to defy logic. Yet, they pushed on. Each member of the team knew that the fate of Earth rested on their success. Finally, they reached the command center. In a fierce firefight, they fought their way in, eventually coming face to face with Zorlex himself. The alien leader was stunned. "How dare you?" he roared, reaching for a weapon. But Maria was faster. With a well-aimed shot, she disabled Zorlex's weapon. "In the name of Earth," she said, "you are under arrest." The news of Zorlex's capture spread quickly. Without their leader, the alien forces fell into disarray. Many surrendered, while others fled. As the dust settled, humans looked up at the sky with new eyes. They had faced the greatest threat in their history and emerged victorious. But this wasn't just a military victory. It was a triumph of the human spirit, of innovation, cooperation, and sheer determination. As celebrations erupted around the world, everyone knew nothing would ever be the same again. Humanity had proven itself on the galactic stage. And the stars, once so distant, now seemed within reach. In the weeks following the great victory, Earth began to change. The skies, once filled with alien ships, now buzzed with human spacecraft. People looked up with pride, knowing they had defended their home against impossible odds. Zorlex and the captured alien leaders were held in a special facility. Sarah Chen spent hours interviewing them, learning more about the galaxy and its many species. "Why did you think we would be such an easy conquest?" she asked Zorlex one day. The alien leader, his pride broken, sighed. "We had grown complacent," he admitted. "For millennia, we were the most advanced beings in the galaxy. We forgot what it meant to struggle, to innovate." This revelation spread across Earth, reinforcing an important lesson. Never stop learning, never stop improving. As the dust settled, humanity faced a new challenge. What to do next? They had advanced technologies, captured spaceships, and a newfound place in the galactic community. World leaders gathered in a historic meeting to decide Earth's future. The debate was intense. Some wanted to build a mighty space fleet to protect Earth. Others argued for reaching out peacefully to other alien races. In the end, they chose a middle path. Earth would build defenses, but also extend a hand of friendship to the stars. The United Earth Space Agency, UESA, was formed to lead this new era of exploration and diplomacy. Admiral Rodriguez was chosen to lead UESA's defense force. Captain Maria Alvarez, hailed as a hero, was appointed as the head of a new elite training academy for space explorers. But the biggest change came for Sarah Chen. Her crucial role in the war and her deep understanding of alien technology made her the natural choice to lead UESA's science division. "We have a unique opportunity," Sarah told the world in a global broadcast. "We can learn from the aliens' mistakes. We'll advance, but never at the cost of our humanity." All around the world, people were inspired. Children who once dreamed of being YouTubers now wanted to be space explorers. Schools added xenobiology and interstellar relations to their curriculums. Even day-to-day life changed. Alien technology, adapted by human innovation, solved many long-standing problems. Clean energy became abundant. Deserts turned green with advanced terraforming techniques. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. Some feared the rapid changes. Others worried about future alien threats. Protests sprang up, demanding a return to the old ways. The president addressed these fears in a powerful speech. "Change can be scary," he said. "But remember, it was our ability to adapt that saved us. We must keep moving forward, but we'll do it together, leaving no one behind." His words helped calm the unrest. Slowly, a new normal emerged. Humans began to see themselves not just as citizens of countries, but as citizens of Earth and potential citizens of the galaxy. 6 months after the war's end, UESA launched its first official mission beyond the solar system. The ship, named Unity, carried a diverse crew from all corners of Earth. Their mission: to make peaceful contact with other alien races and establish Earth as a new player in galactic affairs. As Unity prepared to make its first faster-than-light jump, Captain Yuki Tanaka, the mission commander, addressed her crew. "We carry with us the hopes and dreams of all humanity," she said. "But we also carry a message to the galaxy. Humans are here, we are strong, and we come in peace. But we will always stand ready to defend our home." With a flash of light, Unity disappeared into the depths of space. On Earth, billions watched on their screens, hearts filled with pride and hope. Back in her lab, Sarah Chen watched the launch with tears in her eyes. A small alien device on her desk blinked, reminding her of how far they'd come. She picked it up, smiling. "Look how you've united us," she whispered. "You came to conquer, but instead, you gave us the stars." As night fell on Earth, people everywhere looked up at the twinkling stars with new wonder. The galaxy had tried to conquer them, but instead, it had awakened a sleeping giant. Humanity was awake, united, and ready for whatever the universe might bring. The aliens had said humans were bad at war. Now the galaxy knew the truth. Humans were not just good at war. They were good at surviving, at innovating, at coming together in the face of adversity. And now, They were ready to show the galaxy what humans could really do. This wasn't the end of the story. For humanity, it was just the beginning.